I'm here inside the Blue Light Building, which is a halfway marker from the townhouses and the rest of campus. This is also one of the only places on campus where there's an emergency phone that directs straight to campus security. Whether you need info or you need help, it's all here, just at a touch of a button. Hello, and welcome to the Bonnie's post-game show. Robert Barbieri, Nicholas Gallo, the sports directors for SBU TV. We were in a sold-out Riley Center today. We played VCU, one of the top-ranked teams in the A10.
Yes.
And Nick, it did not turn out the way we were expecting it.
No.
And I'm Rob Barbieri. Make sure you're all warm this weekend. It's supposed to be a cold one, so get your hats, get your coats, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Yep. Welcome to your SBU TV Sports Recap. I'm Robert Barbieri. Let's get to it, starting with men's and women's soccer highlights. Thank you for joining the post-game show. I'm Robert Barbieri. Alongside me is Nick Gallo, and we are in a sold-out, it was sold out, Riley Center tonight. UB Bulls. Behind me is the Damiana Center for Multicultural Student Affairs. This is a culturally diverse community for students on campus. I spoke with the center's coordinator, Parker Suddeth, President Dennis DePiero, and students of the St. Bonaventure community to get their thoughts on Black History Month. Emily, we heard about the twins, we heard about CBD, Grandma Carr, a lot of great stories, but I think we're saving the best for Isaiah's coming up next.
Yeah, it's noon ball.
On October 29th, between the hours of 2:30 and 3 a.m., there was a reported sexual assault case. I talked to Director of Safety and Security, Gary Seagrew, to talk about the policies and the security services we have here on campus. Thanks, guys, and welcome to SBU TV Sports. I'm Robert Barbieri. On Wednesday, we went to Media Day. We have exclusive interviews from both men's and women's basketball teams. We also have highlights from this past week's sporting events. On this beautiful day and on this beautiful campus, it's hard to imagine students being stressed, but many at St. Bonaventure and across the country are.
Feeling like I don't have enough time to do anything.
Destiny Rodriguez is a strategic communication student. Her biggest source of stress is finding that school-life balance.
Okay, you have to manage your time, have time to eat, have time to shower, have time to go to sleep, and still have time to do your work. Like, it stresses me out.
According to the St. Bonaventure University Wellness Center, since 2016, there has been a 27% increase of students utilizing the counseling services. In 2018 alone, there have been 523 student visits that were anxiety-related, 310 student depression-related visits, and over 100 substance abuse visits.
We are addicted to our phones, social media, web surfing, you name it.
University counselor Chris Anderson says most students come to him with depression and anxiety, specifically social anxiety, which he believes is connected to the use of technology.
If people would learn to control the amount of social media that they engage in, both personal as well as mainstream media and news notifications and all that, I do believe that we would be able to process things better and treat each other more civilly.
So what's behind the numbers?
And every student virtually who wanted to contribute put up their hand and said, stress, we're so stressed out.
St. Bonaventure professor William Elation wrote a book called Rethinking Stress in an Age of Ease. This book is what he describes a field manual for students of all ages.
Why is this occurring when things are getting technically easier? Why is stress going up? So that's what I looked at.
Robert Barbieri, SBU TV, new, now, next.
3 seconds, Carey. They're not going to get a shot off. Hughes!
A stellar effort on the defensive end led by freshman Oshun Oshuniyi powered the Bonnies to their 5th Atlantic 10 win of the season over a much-improved Duquesne team. This win was a testament of will and perseverance. Little worked for the Bonnies on the offensive end, yet they nearly led the entire game. Oshuniyi, the 6'10 rookie who leads the A10 in blocks, dominated the Palumbo Center with 22 rebounds, which is only 5 short of Bob Lanier's school record and the most by a Bonnies player since Andrew Nicholson grabbed 23 against Duquesne in 2012.
With that win, Mark Schmidt is only 1 win away from tying the all-time winning record for most wins at Bonaventure.
Not everybody wants to be referred to as a victim, and not everybody wants to be referred to as a survivor.
On Wednesday, in the Quick Center for the Arts, a panel discussion took place with panelists from the university and local community aiming to comfort victims of sexual assault while focusing on the need to create safer environments for all.
They thought, oh, it's a nice traditional quilt, until they went up close and started reading the words, and then it was, you could hear.
Ruta Marino, former curator at the Quick Center, opened an art exhibition Monday of quilts called Discomforters.
Words on Marino's quilts like, "Shh, don't tell anyone, it'll be our little secret," "Nobody has to know, I'm just having fun," or "It was your fault," are all direct quotes taken from sexual assault survivors.
Quilts are meant to be comforters. They're used as comforters on beds. And these quilts are meant to discomfort you because you think it's a pretty quilt until you walk up close and you read the words.
According to New York State Criminal Justice Services, recent numbers show that in 2017 there have been 43 reported cases of rape in Cattaraugus County, and early reports show that in 2018 there have been 5 reported sexual assault cases at St. Bonaventure University. On your screen right now is an options poster that is on every residence hall on campus. It informs students who to contact, how to report an incident, or pursue a criminal complaint if needed.
Started at the kitchen table over one pumpkin and her son having the idea that they should put a breast cancer ribbon on it and sell it, and from there it just became what we are today.
Off 4 Mile Road, pink and silver pumpkins run this warehouse. Board members and volunteers spray paint and decorate pumpkins. It's called the Pink Pumpkin Project. Mary Howard, a board member, tells us about the involvement with Pumpkinville.
So the family that owns, the Pulowskis that own Pumpkinville, contacted us this year and asked us to partner with them. They wanted to donate all the proceeds of their sunflowers to the Pink Pumpkin Project. So this previous weekend, we were there selling bundles of sunflowers. You could either buy the ones that were already cut in a bouquet, or you could go out and pick your own. So we have an individual who donated close to 100 pumpkins this year. His name is Corey Glover. And then we also purchased from local growers.
Last year they raised $15,000 in pumpkin sales. Carla Halls, another board member, tells us how people can get nominated for donations.
There's an actual application kind of process, if you will. We don't ask a lot of personal information as far as medical details or actual proof of breast cancer.
Hello, and welcome to the first installment of the Bonaventure. We are here at Grand Slam Grill. I'm Robert Barbieri, your host, and the Bonaventure is a weekly sports show where I'll be talking to the Olean Times-Herald men's and women's beat writer J.P. Butler and Cameron Hurst. The anticipation is over. The month-long, wait. I couldn't wait to get this going. We've been talking, over the past month. We put out that video before the break, and it's finally here, the first show. How does it feel for all three of us to finally be in the same room talking basketball?